y'all. I am Earthling Era, aka Jamila, and I am very excited to be making this video today because I'm going to be walking you through my Yoni steam process. So if you're not familiar with a Yoni steam, what it is, why some of us do it, basically this is your Yoni here. Well, this is my Yoni. Maybe you have one in the same place, maybe not, but likely if you're watching this video, you might, or you're just interested in learning more, so welcome. I'm not really one to talk a whole lot about the scientific reasons for why people steam their Yonis or like what the, standard medicinal impacts or effects are of it. I mean, honestly, if you look online, almost every resource is going to tell you that it is not, every reputable resource is going to tell you that it, hasn't been tested and there's not enough information or research about it. But in so many of our holistic modalities, even though we experience them and we know them to be true in our bodies and in our communities, and we know that they have lasted for centuries and that these are ancient healing practices, if they are not given the stamp of approval by a white man somewhere, then they are not valid for use. And also that until, bigger white-owned, American-owned companies can start profiting off of them, they are also not yet verified or, proven. So when I talk about why I steam and why Yoni steaming is important to me, it's coming solely from my experience and the benefits that I've literally witnessed in my body. I started steaming the moment I decided that I wanted to get really serious about aligning with my intuition. I've always kind of had one foot in the material world and one foot in the spiritual world, which I think is important to maintain. But this was me kind of just fully deciding that I wanted to give my intuition and my own feelings in my body and my gut and my heart, I wanted to give those priority over any information that I was getting from the outside world in terms of how I should be living and functioning. Once I started doing the Yoni steams, I moved my cycle. So my period now starts on the same day as the full moon when it did not before, which makes me a red moon witch, which basically means very much everything I'm just saying, that I align with intuition, that I move from a place of wisdom. But yeah, now my cycle literally starts on the same day as the full moon, and they're so much lighter. My periods now last 3 days, by the fourth day, it's over for sure. Whereas I used to spot a lot. I used to have a lot of spotting. Now it's that full moon hits, boom, we're flowing for 4 days tops, and then that's it. This is deep for me. This is so important for me because I also feel like there is so much misinformation and just a lack of information about women's bodies. They call this the reproductive system, but it does so much more than allow us to have babies, this is our portal, our connection to the spiritual realm, to our subconscious. So let's get started. I am simply going to be choosing my herbs right now. Okay, and let's get some vibes going here. I'm just choosing the herbs that I'm going to be putting in. And so the way that I normally will do this is I'll prep first and then plan to actually do the steam when the sun goes down. I prefer it to be dark outside, so it's darker in the house, and I light some candles and I make it all very important. I give it the sacred ritual and intention that it deserves. Okay, so first, before we get into all the other stuff, I'm gonna put my basics in. So these are my go-to herbs. Actually, this is lavender, but so is this. And I'm gonna go with this one because this one was recently gifted to me. So that's lavender here, number one. And I'm not gonna put a lot of each one. I mean, these medicines are so potent. I'm so low on my rose. So I'm going to Central tomorrow so I can get some. So go big or go home, right? Let's go. Let's put it in there. Maybe we're being called to have some extra rose. We're also burning in rose incense right now. And my other standard, rosemary. Rosemary, just lavender and rosemary. Like honestly, oh no, oh, I'll keep those in. Thank you so much. But I actually wanted to use the rosemary I got from Costa Rica. So thank you. And I don't even think we need to use all of it, but there's not much anyway. In another video of mine, I did a vlog of my time in San Jose, Costa Rica. And you will see if you watch that video that I found this beautiful bush of rosemary. Y'all, they just got rosemary growing in a major bush here. Oh my God. That is so good. Look how rich. And decided to take some home with me. And so I thought, what better way? I didn't know at the time how I was going to use it. And I just thought, what better way to use this rosemary than in my Yoni steam, my first one back from Costa Rica. I am going to save a little bit of this rosemary because I do not need to use all of it. In fact, you can join the others. You can join the others. That's okay. You belong together. You are family. Yay! So that's very exciting that that's in here now. So those are my girlies, my rosemary, my rose, and my lavender. But now we're going to add a few other things as well. There are herbs that are more cool, herbs that are more hot. And if you're prone to like any inflammation or anything like that, you might want to go with like the cooler ones. I would definitely look into which herbs do what and like what you feel like your needs are with them. But for me, I prefer to be very intuitive with my choices. I know that these specific herbs that I have are beneficial for steaming, for your yoni. And so I kind of just choose them as feels good to me. I went to the market, to my local market, and I got all the ones that they had that were good for my yoni. So what we have right here is cempasúchil, which is the marigolds. Oh, cempasúchil is amazing. Let me show you. Amazing. Oh my God. Amazing. It is the flower that you'll see here in Mexico, especially in Oaxaca during Dia de los Muertos. So this is a herb that is used to honor the ancestors. And now that I say that, I'm actually gonna put more of it in here because I know I'm getting some downloads and some messages lately, and I just need to hear y'all a little bit more clearly because the things that I am being told, I really need confirmation. So let's find out. I need some more information to find out what y'all are talking about. But here's a glimpse into how our bowl is looking so far with the rosemary, rose, lavender, and cempasúchil, the marigold. Okay, what else? I'm feeling very called to oregano. So what folks may not know, because this is so interesting, how oregano is actually really good for our yonis. It helps with your periods for like an easier flow. Oh, it smells like like I want pasta. So I'm not gonna put too much. I think what I've just put here is enough. Because we don't want too much going on at the same time, you know? Like I should say like the lavender is calm. Lavender is just like, I'm actually really good friends with lavender. Rosemary is like, the reason I love rosemary so much is because she's like, like rosemary's gonna, you know? Like don't even try it for anything that is not needed in this space. Rosemary's gonna cut it. This is toronghil. I really don't use this very much in my steams, and I'm not feeling called to today, so we'll see about that. Here, we'll put a little bit of this. This is artisania. Just a little bit as well. Thank you. And then we want our girl calendula for sure. I use calendula a lot actually because I have it in a lot of different forms. I have like ointments, I have sprays. Calendula is in my face soap that I use. Just really good for skin health. And therefore really good, like I was mentioning, if you want herbs that are good for like inflammation, or you know, if you are experiencing any like issues on your yoni, calendula is a good girly for that. This is already like a really big steam, and I'm still building my relationship with some of these other herbs, and that's probably more of the reason I'm not adding them in quite yet. This one we have here is Ortiga. Okay, just a pinch, just a pinch. Okay, not too much. So we basically put in everything except this guy here who is toronghil. So I do have to do some more research to feel more comfortable to add her in, but I'm just going to understand. I keep saying she, he, it doesn't really matter. They. It doesn't really matter. I feel like this is how we're supposed to be in community with herbs. We're not supposed to like just look them up and know what they do, and like, yes, we should, but I think we learn them through our relationship with them. Just like anyone you meet will tell you who they are. Even if they don't tell you, you can kind of like figure it out, right? Through their actions or just through the relationship that you have with them. And so I've added the herbs that I feel comfortable with, and most of what I even like really have. And then, yeah, and I will steam. Oh, the baby.